Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy, and welcome to my Let's Play of Chrono Trigger. I'm sure you've heard this is a great one. Last year, I was in some trying times and got the urge to replay this. It came back into my life when I needed it, since I remembered liking it, but didn't remember just how much I liked it. Chrono Trigger is a classic that still holds up today, due to its great music, unique story, and I wouldn't even say that it's difficult or takes a long time to get good. It's a game that respects your time. I want to push those of you who have been meaning to play this to actually take the plunge. And while I know that this is hardly an unknown game and that many of you have already played it, when was the last time you went back and appreciated just how absolutely good this thing is? That was the experience I had during my difficult time, and it's one I'd like to share with you. Chrono Trigger. Second best title screen I've ever had the pleasure of not talking over. It's glorious. This is the Nintendo DS version of Chrono Trigger. Through the ages, there has been much 3 a.m. arguing over whether the Super Nintendo or DS version is the definitive one. I've chosen the DS as it features a complete retranslation of the script, and while I don't dislike the Super Nintendo script, it has just a few too many mistranslations and false info that I think that I can recommend this one a little bit more strongly. This is also the release that has by far the most amount of content out of all of them, but I don't think you can go wrong with either. Starting off, we have quite a few options here. If you're a stickler for Super Nintendo purity bliss, you can have the HUD cutting into the landscape, or you cannot. I'm not. Active time battle or wait. Even though Chrono Trigger is a real-time battle RPG, it gives you the option of playing it as a turn-based game. It is a little easier this way, but I think it's honestly fine difficulty-wise on active. I got through it on my first time, and it's just all the much more exciting and action-packed to have to react to stuff as it comes at you. So that's how I'm going to be playing, and I recommend you do as well. Movies. I ain't never did a speedrun in my entire life, and I ain't about to start now. We're going to keep those on. This boy's name is Chrono. Yes, without an H. Does it bother me? Immensely. Huh. Chrono. Chrono! Chrono, are you still sleeping? Come on, sleepyhead, it's time to get up. Dear me, I'd forgotten how beautiful Lean's bell sounds. You must have been so excited about the Millennial Fair that you couldn't sleep last night, could you? Well, you'd better not let that giddiness get you into any trouble. I want you to behave yourself today. Come on now, out of bed with you. Imagine being so excited for an event in the morning that you sleep with your clothes and shoes on so you can get out of bed even faster. Been there, done that. I'm gonna close my window though because our youngin's eyes do not adjust to the sun very quickly these days. We go downstairs and I don't know about you, but I feel like sleeping in more into the PM, so we're just gonna rest in our bed again because it's free. It's about time. Mom calling me out for things just like in real life. Oh dear, what was her name? That young adventurous friend of yours. This very awesome girl's name is Luca. Of course, you are free to go with any name that you want, but I'll be going with the default just as I did with Chrono. Aw, she's so happy. That's right, Luca. You're gonna stop by and see her new invention at the fair, aren't you? Well, run along then, and be back before dinner. That only leaves me a few minutes, but okay, Mom. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your allowance, dear. Have fun at the fair. Obtain 200G. I have a cat. His name is Meow. I wanted to give him a generic enough name so I wouldn't feel like I used up all my best ideas if I ended up with more cats, so you see. I have basic common logic. Here we have quite a few places to go, and they're all very quickly accessed. Can you spare 10G to buy me a drink? I'm sure my mom would love to know this is what I'm spending my allowance on, sure. I was trying to talk to her, but she wasn't noticing me. I like to imagine he did a little dance there to get her attention. Welcome, welcome, make yourself at home. I suppose you won't be staying long, though. Hope my shift ends soon. I want to go to the fair, too. Have you been to the fair yet? What are you doing here? You have to wait 1,000 years for another Millennial Fair. I'm very jealous of your world being able to remember what happened 1,000 years ago because ours sure can't. Lodging is 10G. Why would I want to do that when I can stay in my own bed for free? I won't be changing my mind anytime soon, unless something really bad happens. Back there. That chest is inaccessible. There's a few of those throughout the world. This is the only time that one of them ever actually contains anything. It contains exactly, get this, 57,342G. My theory is it was stuck near the beginning of the game to give testers debugging money. Remember that earthquake we had the other day? No, as a matter of fact, I don't. You're an oblivious one, aren't you? Well, never mind then. That's another thing. Chrono Trigger is a very funny game. It has a lot of personality. It is not at all a generic, super serious RPG with knights and wizards. No, it has a lot of personality. This box has been handed down for generations. Should you somehow manage to open it, you are welcome to its contents. A mysterious force seals it shut. I tried. And that changes the music back to normal, as beautiful as it was. I wanted to listen to it longer, but I made sure to save that for last just so we could. The Mayor's Manor is a place that I definitely want to hit. This is my first visit, sure, you can tell me. Mayor has a soft spot for adventurers. He has established this manor as a library of adventuring know-how. The contents of the chests in this house were placed by him for adventurers to use. Feel free to take anything you'd like. I mean, I was gonna do that regardless, but it's the thought that counts. I did know you could use the stylus to move around. As you can imagine, this house is less populated in the Super Nintendo version, just due to there being less controls to explain, like so. Chest number 1 contains a potion that restores 50 HP. Scattered throughout the world are points where time's memory is deeply rooted. You can record the progress of your adventures at such places, fraught with danger as they may be. Ooh, fraught. This is just a replica, but I recommend you save your progress and you find a real one. They tend to show up in dangerous places. Good hint there. You can also, you are able to save any time on the world map, so definitely don't let that slip your mind either. Upstairs, 100G. Want me to share some insights? I can tell you've got potential. You'll learn a number of skills or techs as you fight more battles. Techs are special attacks that utilize your weapons as well as your own innate potential, but mastering them requires repeated practice and training. Keep at it. Due to the fact that you're at least 97, I assume that you're the mayor, because that's how all politicians seem to be. And now, I want to talk about one of my favorite thoughtful little features here. Not you, little girl. No, you. Boy. You can walk around while reading messages, but go too far away and you won't be able to hear the person anymore. You see that? As long as you're not in a cutscene, you are free to walk around and be efficient while talking to people. This saves so much time, is such a thoughtful feature, and I don't get why more games don't do it when it's so simple. They have a stall in Lean Square, so it seems like they've also left for the fair. I seriously did not mean for that to rhyme. Girl Luca was in the square, made a discovery of a lifetime. Something tells me I'm as happy as I'll ever be. You're not even at the fair, lady. I mean, I'm pretty happy and I'm not at the fair, so, us non-fairyans gotta stick together. We'll head out a little bit further, and on the world map, no enemies, no random battles, nothing. You're free to basically fast travel wherever you want to go. I'm gonna install the fairgrounds, drop by if you have a chance. Yeah, I do love me a good fair. I thought I'd see what the Millennial Fair fuss is all about. I'm on the way to Guardia's Millennial Fair. A fair, we're going to the fair, we're going to the fair. Get out of my way, I want to swim upstream in more ways than one by ignoring you and walking the other way. Just being forward with you, it will be a little time before we make it over to the fair because there's lots of helpful things that we can go grab, and I can't help it. Besides, we've already arrived in a whole other city that we wouldn't have seen otherwise. Let's drop on in. The Pore Inn, 20G. Boy, with prices like that, it's no wonder they're poor, eh? Couldn't resist. Here, we actually have a store that is not left for the fair. Sticking together with them. We already heard what a potion did. A panacea. Wow, I didn't mean to scroll down that fast. Remove status ailments. We haven't run into any of those, of course, because we haven't gotten into any fights. Athenian water revives a KO'd ally, and a shelter fully restores HP and MP if used only at a save point or on the field. Steel saber is a more powerful weapon than what we have, but we cannot afford it, even with all of our allowance and free stuff. The bronze helm, however, does actually seem like a pretty good deal. That's pretty affordable, so I'll buy that. We have padded vest and bronze armor available as well, but I don't recommend you buy these. We're just going to go into our equipment menu and very quickly and very conveniently miss the helmet slot and go to the armor slot that I recommended you didn't buy anything from, and then eventually get what we want to do. The snail shop. Some monsters can coexist with humans. Take that piano player, for instance. Let's see how you do compared to a human piano player. I've been meeting a lot of them today. Play me a sad one. I changed my mind. Play me an upbeat one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, that's impressive playing this on a piano, I have to say. You are superior. Everyone's after that festival. Those are lazy sots. 4 centuries ago, a woman named Fiona died trying to revive the great forest that once flourished in the north. It's a sad tale. I've got some spiced jerky, but I've been saving it for a special occasion. I'll let it go for, say, 9900G. How's that? Sold! Sorry, looks like you're a bit short of money. Darn. Life goals. Can't wait to buy my first jerky. Now, we have a few other places to go, but of note is this mayor's manor. I want to talk to the manager of these hotels around here. The children are slipping away from us. It's painful to see. I hate my dad more than anyone in the whole world. Me too. Me too. Dad loves money more than he loves me. Me too. Gah! I run this town and I'm so rich I don't know what to do with it all. Give you 10G if you spin around 3 times and collect like a chicken. Okay. That was great. Here you go, 10G. Don't spend it all in one place. I'm glad you were forgiving, Mayor. You're a good man. My chicken impression leaves a lot to be desired, but you were still very forgiving and gave it to me anyway. Upstairs, in this corner. I have never gotten this chest before. I've heard that it's good, but it blends in so well with the surroundings that I just never see it's there. It looks like 2 floorboards when you just glance at it real fast. It contains a shelter. Everybody says Daddy's greedy. It's not true, is it? I don't think so. For what he had me doing, I find my salary very agreeable. Every time you leave the area and come back, he will allow you to repeat this, and it is an unlimited source of money. Hey man, as long as it's free money, I'll look like as big of a fool as you want me to. And that, my friends, is how capitalism gets power in the world. Now we're gonna go back a little bit. Back over by our hometown, there was a place that I skipped over that I'd like to go to now, the Guardia Forest. We're not only free to buy items and equip ourselves, but we're also free to get into fights and level up. I love it when games do this, where you can basically choose your starting level before you get into any real stuff. enemies appear on the field, you can avoid battles by just moving in the right way and dodging them, and it's completely seamless. No transition into fights whatsoever. That time bar fills up. When it is all blue, becomes our turn, and we can do any of our actions. We can attack, we can use items, we can run from battle by holding L and R, or we can use attack, if we had one. Gain 9 experience, gain 3 TP. Experience determines level ups, TP determines the text that you'll be learning. Gold is your money, of course, and sometimes enemies will even drop items, such as that. Over this way, this little twinkly is a strength capsule. This is a permanent upgrade to a character's strength, giving them 1 additional point in the stat. They are everywhere. You don't have to come over here at all, and some of them take quite a lot of thought to get. You can bet I'm gonna be getting all the ones I know about, because I love it when exploration is this tangible. We have more new enemies. These are the Scarabs. They are completely unremarkable in every way. They might even be the weakest enemy of them all, depending on how you consider things. I took 5 damage right there, even though I haven't leveled up at all. And you'll see that battles not only play out in real time, but Chrono actually walks over to an enemy to take it out. Critical hits have special animations. There's all sorts of things to consider in battle. Position of enemies, lots of different things. There we learned Cyclone, our first of many techs. And I'd like to get into another fight to show you what that's like. Okay. You're in my way, but you don't really seem interested in causing me any trouble. We're gonna fight more of the Amanitas, the first enemies that we fought that aren't really all that good. Now, if I try selecting Cyclone, it doesn't seem all that special, because I can only target 1 enemy with it, and I was killing each of them in 1 hit anyway, so I'm just gonna regular attack first. And now the enemies are gonna start moving around a little bit. If I time my attack carefully, considering the position of the enemies, I can get 2 of them in 1 go, knocking them both out for a measly 2 TP. So not only do you have your turns coming around in real time, you also have to consider how long do you want to wait for the enemies to be in the right spot to potentially get more out of it. And of course, there's also the angle of how much waiting is too much waiting when you could have just had another turn from sticking around too long. There's so much depth to this battle system, so much of it's hands-on, and it's so satisfying when you pull off hitting 2 enemies like that I still get happy when I do it. A mysterious force seals it shut. But we could do without that. At the end of the forest, we have the entrance to Guardia Castle. Stop right there. Civilians aren't allowed in here. Why don't you enjoy the festival like the other kids? I never thought these guys looked like soldiers. I always thought they looked like businessmen in suits, but maybe it's just me. Now that we're done exploring the forest, we need to go back and heal. I need you to hear this music. With all those Amanita battles so close together, I didn't want to stand around and listen, so I'd like you to enjoy the beautiful sounds of Celestial Tower by Junichi Masuda. Sounds an awful lot like it, doesn't it? The music is another really big point that I'm going to be hitting a lot, praising just endlessly because it definitely deserves it. Today is the 1000th anniversary of our Kingdom's Foundation. Enjoy the festivities. Ha! I surely would if I were your age. We have lots and lots of stuff to do everywhere, and this furthers that you can do tons and tons of things before making any actual progress and going to see Luca, which is our main objective right now. Oof. Ouch. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Uh-oh. My pendant. Oh no, my pendant. Don't tell me I lost it. Oh, thank goodness. My pendant! I know it doesn't look like much, but it has a lot of sentimental value. May I have it back? Thank you. You must live in this town. I came to see the fair. Awfully boring wandering around alone, though, isn't it? Hey, why don't we walk around together for a while? Wouldn't that be great? Yahoo! This'll be fun! Oh, I never told you my name, did I? It's, This girl goes by Marl, or perhaps Marley if you want to be fancy with it. I'm calling her Marl because in Japanese, her name is Maru, which I think greatly implies that it was supposed to be pronounced Marl, and Japanese pronunciations are largely what I'm going with. Aw, she's so cute. I love her animations just being so over the top. It's Marl, and you're Chrono. What a nice name. Well, pleased to meet you, Chrono. Come on, let's enjoy the fair. Yeah. Come on, it's a day of the fair. Let's have some fun. There's lots going on around here as well. And besides, it seems like Luca's still got some preparations going on and she's not ready to have us drop by yet. Ooh, gossip. Color me hungry. Well, just between us, I heard the king is tearing his hair out over his tomboy of a daughter. Just once, I'd like to meet her and see how wild she really is. The wild princess.
My dear old wife made that lunch for me. Always the highlight of my day. Gives me that extra oomph when I'm starting to feel worn down.
You know, it's ripe for the taking. You could take it. Go straight ahead if you want to try your hand against Luca's bipedal robot battler, Gato. You can win silver points if you beat him. Silver points are a form of currency at the fair that can only be earned here by doing the various activities, and they're redeemable for prizes. And this fair's got it all, even a giant fighting robot.
I have metal joints. If you can beat me up, you'll earn 15 points.
You heard the man. Beat him up and earn 15 points. Enemy placement is another important thing because he counterattacked because I was within his effective attacking range. Marl attacks using a crossbow because the enemy was close. She just whacked him with it, which is surprisingly effective. Ouch, he's really beating up on her right there. Hit him again. And you're actually doing quite a little damage there, buddy. You should be proud of yourself. Multiple talents. You can sing and you can fight. Earn 10 experience points, 1 TP.
Oh no, I have lost, and it seems you've won. Here are your 15 points. Now wasn't that fun? Ha!
Bring! Not just a man of multiple talents, but a belly of multiple talents. You are free to fight him as many times as you wish. This is free experience grinding. He gives you a technical point as well. And there was that old man's lunch that was right outside there that is a full heal right next to it. Don't steal the old man's lunch, you dingus. You heard how much it meant to him. There's lots of choices that can be made here at the fair, and they actually have an impact on things later on. Stick with me and I'll show you how to have the best possible day at the fair. And all these side games and silver point earning are completely optional. Once again, it's another way that you can kind of choose your starting difficulty. I love it when games do this. It reminds me a lot of the starting area of Kingdom Hearts, how you just have all these mini-games to play that get you used to the controls and the mechanics, and you're free to do it as much or as little as you want. Marl got a level up from that. Personally, because it gives you experience and TP as well, I find Gato to be the most rewarding, fun, and charming of all the different side games, and why I chose to show them to you first. We got 30 silver points already. We can exchange 10 of them for 50 G, just one of many things that we can do with them. Kitty ran away. This right here is kinda stupid. It's impossible to have the best possible day at the fair, even if you do this right sometimes. A lot of people just like not talking to the girl and talking to the cat immediately, just doing it because they already know to do it. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It'll become clearer what I'm talking about later, but this one's kind of buggy, and not just because the cat's dumb. It's kind of inconvenient. The cat following you is a little bit annoying. She is definitely the least favorite of mine out of all the activities. Like I said, all downhill from there. Come on, cat. Man, this cat is an idiot. I've seen cats run into walls and stuff before, but you take the cake. You brought back my kitty, thank you. Chrono, you're so sweet. Aww. She got to see me at our best, and that cat is gonna have fun eating fruit that I'm sure is very too high in fiber for him. Drinking contest, step right up, mash the A button as fast as you can. I'm no good at this, there we go. I don't know what happened to me, man. I used to be the fastest matcher out of everyone I know. Now I'm epic bottom tier, and 7? Is that the best you can do? You're awfully competitive, aren't you, Chrono? You'll get a reward if you can get 8 of them, but I always just barely fall short. I'll try one more time. I wish I had Tim with me. He always does it for me. You'd get 5 silver points if you don't suck at drinking protein shakes like I do. Catchy rhythm, huh? You can use X, Y, L, and R buttons to dance along. X. Y. Y. There we go. Let's just laugh. Sure, let's just laugh at the other people doing silly dances. That sounds like fun. That's the reaction that you have to them fighting back against you making fun of them. Prehistoric dance. Entrancing, isn't it? I was worn out from all the running around, but watching this dance gave me energy again. I know that feeling where you're just having so much fun at an event and you watch something and you don't even realize how sleep deprived you were from how excited you were the night before anymore. It's the best way to experience an event. Going back down to the starting area a little bit, I skipped over a lot of things because I just kind of wanted Marl to be with us first. There was a big war hundreds of years ago against the Fiend Lord's army. My mom said if we lost, we wouldn't be having a fair like this today. Melchior the Swordsmith, at your service. May I interest you in one of my fine blades? Sure. He sells very similar items to what we've seen before, but we have multiple sources of money now. He can sell you a silver sword, which will almost double Chrono's attack. I don't know if I'd say it's worth your time, but it just kind of furthers how you can train up at the beginning, become as strong as you want if you are not confident in your abilities. No, you cannot have the pendant that is hanging around her neck. I'm sorry. Merchant said he'd buy accessories if they're in good condition. Maybe I should sell him this old pendant of mine. Yeah, well, you do that. I won't be. Of course, if you try to sell it, Marl will refuse due to said sentimental value. But if you are blissfully ignorant, pick up the pendant, come down here and try selling it to old Melky without her, he will say this. I thought that was kind of interesting. There's a race underway. Be quiet and watch. If you want to try and guess the next winner, come to me once the races have lined up after the race. Well, they look pretty lined up to... Oh, no. Green Ambler was the winner. Sure, I'll guess the next winner. We got Steel Runner, Green Amber, Cat-a-Lack, and G.I. Jogger. I got a soft spot for G.I. Jogger. Anytime. It's a race, you heard of them? There they go. They want to give you a nice long time to talk to them. Well, we got an early lead by Steel Runner, but we got Green Ambler taking up the rear. G.I. Jogger is running about as effectively as you think he would in that suit of armor, but this other guy is doing just fine all by his lonesome. Wow, G.I. Jogger, you have no excuse. You lost a heavier armor. Wait, what? I know that they say that the fastest human in the world would lose a race to an overweight house cat, but you can't make a cat care about a race. So, no, you should be extra ashamed of yourself. See if I bet on you again. Cadillac, maybe I can make you care. Here, I'll scratch under your chin in the way that you really like. Sorry for stepping all over you while doing it, though. Go! I have good timing. I didn't even really intend that. Cadillac having an early lead, but Green Ambler taking up, oh, no, this is bad. I think it's pretty clear who's gonna win. And oh, no, wait, come on. Speed up. Do another burst of speed, come on! No! Well, he was kind of like phasing through his crotch right there. Maybe he got the lead at the time that it counted. Man, government issue is right. You're about as fast as getting things done as a government. Green Ambler. How like a cat to start caring as soon as I stop caring. Not losing to G.I. Jogger was the true victory here, though. No! I bet on Steel Runner! Right on the money. 20 silver points. Took me 8 tries. My luck is either remarkably good or remarkably bad is what I've noticed. And ooh, never noticed how much I like this bunny balloon here. Yes, I like it a lot. What else have we got in the starting area that we haven't done yet? We have a shop here. This is the shop that said to go meet them in Lean Square. They have less good equipment than what we've seen elsewhere and not any other items. I hardly think it's worth it. Luca's device is all set up, you know, just go straight to the back of the square. This is something that trips me up, and I've seen it trip up other veterans too. That girl who says that Luca's invention is ready near the fountain, she's the one that you need to talk to in order to move forward. It can be a little confusing. Press the confirmation button while facing the bell. Judge your distance carefully, and then press the A button. Don't know why you called it 2 separate things in the same sentence, but okay. All right, Marl, watch closely. Okay, so you want to be as far away as you can so that you can use the forward force to ring the bell. Get 1 silver point every time you do this. This is another thing I like doing just because when you get into the rhythm of it, you can just kind of hold up, tap A again, and mindlessly grind silver points without even really having to pay all that much attention. It's good and simple. That is all the ways to obtain silver points, and I think we're doing pretty well. We have a lot of them. Now what I recommend doing is going out into the hub world and saving. I'll explain momentarily. For this side tent, come one, come all to the Tent of Horrors. Spend your silver points here. Put your bravery to the test. We have 55 points. Well, you can only spend them here. You know, that's a lie. That is the oldest dirty salesman trick in the book. I'll still bite, but I swear I'm on to you. Hello, Kefka. Welcome to Nordstein Beckler's Tent of Horrors. The spine-tingling show is just about to start. How many silver points would you like to spend? I'm gonna go for the 40. Mimic what you see. Left arm, right arm, laugh, surprise. Oh god, I picked the hardest one first. I thought this was the 20-point game. Oh. Action. One try! I have had that take me over an hour before. I feel good. The timing is very unforgiving. When Nordstein Beckler-san jumps, that is your time limit. It's kind of like how Shy Guy says, is that Lakitu going across in it in Mario Party? I'll send this doppel-doll to Chrono's house. I like how his laughing animation was more expressive than Chrono's, when an inanimate object is more expressive than your protagonist, am I right? Well, that's pretty nice. We have to go back to our house anyway to see what that was, so let's go. Besides, I kind of want to see the look on Mom's face with me bringing a girl home, you know? Well, this was a pleasant surprise. I've never seen you bring any girls around except for Luca. Who's this pretty new friend? I'm Marl. Nice to meet you. Marl, you say? Have we met somewhere before? I could swear I recognize you. Perhaps it's just my imagination. When going into Chrono's room... well, at least he didn't put it in view of his bed. That's less creepy. Oh, whoa. Yeah, it does all of his various emotions. You can see Chrono's different poses. It's pretty cool. It's also just fun to mash A and look at him go. See, why would you steal that old man's lunch when you can just heal at your house for free? What, are you too good to walk all that way back? Oh, and just so you know, this is not the only chance you'll get to play these games and earn silver points. There will be other opportunities later. I'm just doing them right now. And since we need more, you know what that means.
From the top again.
Chrono got a level up. Marl got a level up as well. Before you get too grind happy, getting a high off a pound in the... That sentence was going in a bad direction. Before you get too grind happy, or too Inagato's little ditty, 120 points is a good number to stop on. You can have a maximum of 200 points at a given time. Not 255, just 200. And that is about as much as we need to see the other games. For 10 points, I'm Biggs. I'm Wedge. I'm Piet. Everybody's dancing and singing. Which one is Wedge? I'm Biggs. It wouldn't be so hard if they... It wouldn't be so hard if there was... I don't know, like a 3D space? I know it sounds like an out there concept, but hear me out on this. You know, if they weren't able to occupy the same the coordinates in existence, then it might be a little bit easier. I don't know, just me. Yeah, I know, it's a little bit strange. These guys are a reference to Star Wars, but more than that, they're a reference to the fact that this game is based on Final Fantasy VI's framework, and it's doubly referenced by Nordstein having, you know, that laugh. You were Biggs. I had my eye on you the entire time. Yup! Oh, you got me! It's a Poyozo doll. It'll spruce up your room. So that's another upgrade to Chrono's place, but we're not done here. Oh, no. I'm going to go out and save once again because if you hadn't gathered, your silver points are wasted completely if you fail those minigames. It's nice getting experience off Gato, but it's not so nice being here forever. 80! I'm a high roller. Monsters will close in from above, throw beanbags at them, and push them all the way to the back of the cage. We gotta be efficient with our movements. A hostage you provide will slowly be lowered into the flames. You can buy time by hitting the blue light to raise the rope, but let your friend get charbroiled and it's game over. Defeat all the monsters before the hostage's goose is cooked. Don't worry, Marl. I will be very respectful of your goose. You gotta be efficient with your movement. Keep moving, keep doing stuff. Do not let her fall. I would give highest priority above all else to making sure she doesn't fall. Even if it looks like the enemies are closing in a little bit, that's a lot more forgiving than the fire's hitbox is. There we go. We're going to hit that again. No. Come on. D-pad. Come on. These hitboxes are not easy. No! Crup. Anytime. There. Wow, you sick bitch. You were just gonna make me sit and watch as she burned alive? You weren't just gonna put me out of my misery and fade to black sooner? Ouch. Well, good thing that never happened. You can get one of them right off the bat if you're fast enough. I'm doing a lot better this time. Who diddly? Take this cat. Is that legal? We have Meow, but we also have Neo, because it's a new cat. Yeah, Here's our Poyoza doll. Plays a nice little music box that's inside of it. But what happens if we keep winning at these games? You just won yourself some cat food. I'll have it delivered to Chrono's house. Cats will run away if you don't feed them, you know. You're able to get more and more cats by collecting cat food as it attracts them to your house. Winning any one of these games more than once gives you cat food. 2 ounces for the 10-point game, 10 ounces for the 40-point game, and 24 ounces for the 80-point game. The cat food is stored in Chrono's room in this bucket and can be checked at any time, but I only have 1 gram. Well, it goes down by a little bit every time you go through the main area of Lean Square. There is no set amount of cat food necessary to obtain a new cat. Whenever you gain cat food, the chances of gaining a new cat are anywhere from 0 to 77% chosen at random. These cats gotta eat. Every time a cat is gained, it eats anywhere from 2 to 200 ounces. Whenever the supply runs out, a cat has a 4 to 35% chance of leaving you every time the supply goes down again. It is easier to both gain and keep cats the fewer you have, but becomes rarer as you gain more. The total number of possible cats that you can stack is 11, which means you can get Mio, putting together Meow and Neo, and Meong, Mao, Mia, Nia, Nia, Miar, Miavmalek, and Boris. Well, that's everything that the Millennial Fair has to offer. There is a girl with our name on it. That was a very poor way of wording that. I apologize. On it. Just a minute. I want to get some candy. Oh, sure. What else? You know, we've already done everything else today. Why not? Be patient. Don't move. Let the lady pick up what she wants. She'll finish up eventually. She's gone along with everything we wanted to do today. Excuse me, I'd like one of these. Thanks for waiting. Step right on up, any with the time and courage. Our first ever hyperdimensional transporter is the invention of the century. Ooh, missed opportunity there, bud. Should have called it invention of the millennium, you know, with the whole theme and all. And you'll be teleported here. This fantastic machine is the masterwork of my beautiful and brilliant daughter, Luca. She's celebrating herself. Give it a try, kid. Oh, it's you, Chrono. Luca invented this thing. Wonder what'll go wrong this time. What does teleport mean? This contraption is supposed to transport objects in the blink of an eye. Chrono! I was wondering when you'd show up. No one wants to try my telepod. Wow, your glasses must have been very foggy from working for so long. Would you be so kind? Oh, this'll be fun. I'll let you try it out. Just hop onto the left pod. System activated. Initiating energy transfer. Ooh, amazing! So how was it? Want to try it again? I want to go on the ride again, Mommy. It worked. Unbelievable. They never, as I was saying, Luca has done it again, ladies and gentlemen. A thrilling display of science at his best. That looks like fun. I want to try it too. Huh? Chrono, when did you manage to pick up a cutie like her? It's all right, isn't it, Chrono? Just wait here. Don't run off on me. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, as this vision of loveliness steps aboard the machine. Okay, I'll be right back. You're sure about this? There's still time to change your mind. No way, I'm not afraid. Okay, everyone, let's give her a great big hand when she teleports from the platform. System activated. Initiating energy transfer. What's happening? My pendant, it's... Huh? Luca, she's not reappearing. Well, all right. As you can see, the girl has vanished before your very eyes. Show's over, folks. Move along. What just happened, Luca? Where is she? The way she disappeared, that couldn't have been the telepod. The way that rift appeared and the way her pendant seemed to be reacting to it, something else must have caused it all. Well, what are we supposed to do now? Is there any way we can help her? That girl's face was so familiar. I know I've seen her somewhere. Chrono! Oh, you're going after her? What a fine lad. It's the only way. I don't know where that hole leads, but we've got no other choice. Let's just hope it opens up again. Well, it's worth a shot. That pendant seems to be the key, so hang on to it, Chrono, and brace yourself. System activated. Initiating energy transfer. Boost the power output. Roger. More. I need more power. Roger. There, I think we did it. Good luck, Chrono. I'll follow you as soon as I figure out what went wrong.